What's up, guys? We're looking at the PPL 2025, and these are the ADV games. The Skarmory has gone out of the Zapdos, so it doesn't just want to take the spikes. But in return, the Blissey seems to have gotten trapped. Like, I don't know if an Ice Beam is going to kill instantly, and it doesn't. But there is a freeze, so I guess yeah, and it was a freeze. We see in the chats here, Whitebreadwithcheese says, "Does that count as manifesting?" Um, I think it does. um, so Rambode at the bottom with a big advantage here because as long as he has the Blissey, the Zapdos isn't going to do much. Celebi isn't going to do much. Like he really needs Whitebreadwithcheese at the top. Really needs that Duck trio in his team, but considering the Celebi's call mining up, who knows where he could pass it, where he can do something. A Duck trio of its own, but it gets killed instantly. So with that, I'd say you could say it's equal, but I think just momentum wise, yeah, it's in the favor of the top. And there's the baton pass into Gengar on explosion, so this is over. Wow. The Claydol could have hit like Zap, I suppose. That would have done something, especially against a team without spikes, where Claydol isn't going to be that useful. But going into Gengar is really beautiful there. So I think we're just going to see a slow end of the game here. Gengar isn't doing too much against Blissey. But yeah, an explosion is always possible. So finally gets rid of the Blissey. Didn't need the Doug. But it's very useful to have one or two explosion users like Gengar or Metagross on the team like this, just in case. There's two setup mons in Suicune and Raikou, but neither is going to like be able to get through all of this because Raikou can't get through Celebi, I don't think. Suicune can't really get through Zapdos or Thunder Jirachi. Just hoping for a crit, but I wouldn't have done much either. Jirachi just called mining up as well. Into the Raikou, just I'm not sure why. So again, this looks pretty over. I'm just going to skip through the end here. Yeah, just call mining up. And the hidden power does quite a lot. So Raikou can't get through the sub. And that's it. So that was quite an intense game, quite back and forth. Like it started with the Duck trio getting killed with a freeze, because that could have been real good for the top. Not that it mattered in the end, because he got the opponent's Duck trio as well. So interesting to see a double Duck trio bring. You don't see that too often. Like this Calm Mind really helped. Like I'm not sure, and yeah, and the Giga Drain's Duck Trio, of course. Like he was ice beaming up, hoping to get Celebi low enough for the Duck Trio, but I don't know if it was a predict, but it was that really did something, because otherwise Celebi would have just been gone. Duck Trio would have survived. So you can really see the importance of single turns, especially in such a short game as this one, or at least the amount of time that it was equal was very short. Let's get into the next game. Got a wacky lead here in the Heracross, but it just has to go out instantly. Somewhat expected, of course. Like that's why it's not a good lead. But I'd say the advantage is definitely in the favor of the top here. It's just getting hidden power fires off. I'm just guessing. I don't know. And the Porygon here to throw off some ice beams. Porygon, of course, used to trap Doug after that game with two Dougs. And here's another freeze. Let's see if it thaws out into the Magneton. And there's the freeze. So a bit of a hack-y game so far, but as you can see, there's a game 3. So we won't cheer for Whitebreadwithcheese at the bottom just yet. Celebi's going up. Flygon can hit this, I think. Yeah, with the HP bug. There's a Baton Pass into the Suicune. That is quite painful. Like, I don't know if this Magneton's going to be able to do anything with another freeze. Oh, God. I said it once, I'll say it again. This is why I don't play myself. But I love to watch it. And it just has coverage for anything. It has the HP Grass for Melodic. Toxic isn't doing too much, so this looks like an offensive Suicune. Like Surf, Ice Beam, Hidden Power. I wonder if it even has a Calm Mind. But this, yeah, it's just going wild. A Miss Megahorn. Not that it would have mattered too much. Yeah, with the Hydro Pump. So this is fully offensive. Not the Suicune you see normally, but you can see how effective it is. It's really insane. Like, even if this para would slow it down, it's still so far ahead. I would skip through it, but it's just so fun to watch. And Whitebreadwithcheese, well, I didn't enjoy playing it, so he forfeited. He saw the writing on the wall, as they say. But let's just look here at the Celebi commenting up. Like, I don't know if there was something better to do. Like, definitely the Magneton wasn't doing that much. But yeah, it gets the flag on it, and it's just too late. Like, I would think, maybe put a Heracross in there, but what about the HP Fire that most Celebis have? And at this point, it's just too late. And from the start, like, it's just a normal game. Like, the Metagross, yes. But that's not in the favor of Rambode. So I think this is slightly ballsy, but like I'm also just wondering what Whitebreadwithcheese could have done here. Like it's painful to watch, but I don't think he had a real answer for CM Celebi here. Like even Flygon could have just got some Giga Drains. If it was in the cards. Let's get it to game 3 then. Pretty standard lead. A Meteor Mash into Charizard and not an Explode. I think Charizard is faster, so it's just going to be able to click something. Yeah, it's probably just a fire move. Here's the substitutes. Trying to get a Focus Punch off. I think this is the only Charizard set I've ever seen. Suicune can take this quite well because it's very high defense, reasonable HP. And all that for Charizard. Well, yeah, that's what you get. That's what it can do when it does. And that's what Metagross can do when it's not Houdiniing. Like, can really mess you up. I think it's a rule to kill here for Celebi. Yeah, so it just goes into his. Oh, that was a predict actually. Like the Giga Drain wouldn't have done anything against Metagross. But Hidden Power was revealed, so he knew Metagross was going to go out. Like, it wasn't just going to sack it here. Presumably, yeah, because he wants to use it, and he can use it against his Cloyster. Doesn't kill quite yet, so Cloyster only gets one spike. And it looks like, I want to say it looks equal. Both have 2 mons that are quite low, 1 mon down. Like, maybe a Suicune can get something done now that the Charizard is so low. Now that Celebi is almost dead. The Suicune is quite low himself as well. So it's just going to get sacked for a Charizard here into the Fire Blast. Risking another sub, but it turned out really well. Couldn't have subbed because of his HP, of course. And Teacher is just going to kill. Turns out it was a Pursuit Star against a team with no Gengar. It's a little bit painful, but yeah, wow, look at that damage. It's the power of a mixed Tyranitar. Yeah, Claydol also not doing too much. Just going to spike, just going to Rapid Spin, I suppose. And that's going to make the 3v3 a lot easier. Maybe you can explode anything, but I really have to be careful for the Titar switch. But it's going to be happy just to let Blissey get low. This would be a good moment for explode, but it's just going to let the Blissey go on the Earthquake. The Hail Mary and the Titar Dragon Dance. It is faster than Mence. I assume a Rock Slide kills. Almost. And the Earthquake does kill. So it looks like it's like this win for Rambode. So quite an interesting endgame here. If we go over it again. Like, I can't say I fully got it, but so the spike is gone. Earthquake's the Blissey. I suppose he didn't want to go. Like, I don't see why he didn't just sack the Swampert here. Like, it's not like it was going to do anything else. But I suppose Blissey wouldn't have done much either. Yeah, just explodes to get a nice way to go out. Probably knew the Salamence was going to live, and that was it. So definitely better end game for Rambode. Like, from the start, like, it's a little bit equal for quite long. or that's what you think, but then you see the end game, and it's clearly better for Rambode because that Titar like was quite well positioned. Like could take care of this Charizard, sure. Could take care of the Swampert. That's big because usually the Swampert's going to wall it, and then it's just a better end game like team wise for Rambode. Like I don't know if getting rid of the Spike did too much, but getting rid of the Blissey, like that Blissey wasn't going to do much. Like usually it's quite strong, but this end game was just not good for Whitebreadwithcheese with the mons that he had. So I'd say well played for both players, and people at home, I hope you enjoyed watching.